Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is remove the pages from your magazine. Now you want to use a razor instead of scissors because it gives a cleaner cut and it allows you to get closer to the spine. So you just want to find the page that you want to use, and you could also use the cover. I just didn't want to ruin my magazine. And once you've got them all cut out, you want to make sure the front and back pieces are the same size and the side ones are the same size. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to laminate the pages. Now, depending on the thickness of your paper, you might want to do the front and the back. For Visual Kei magazines, I usually just do the front because they're a lot thicker than most American magazines. And I never laminate the back side if I do the cover. So you're just going to take your page of laminate and you're going to carefully line up the magazine. And then you're just slowly going to push it down, making sure that it doesn't bubble as you go. Then you're just going to flip it over, and if you have any bubbles anywhere, just try and push them out, and then trim the leftover laminate from the sides. Okay, now you're going to take your page and the fabric, and you're going to iron the sides over like this. And it's easier if you put a couple pieces of tape somewhere in the middle so it doesn't move around when you're ironing. And then once you have all the sides ironed over, you're going to take it and using double-sided tape, attach it to the fabric with just enough so that you can sew it without it moving. And then once you have that done, it should look like that, nice and flat. One thing that I forgot to say was that when you're cutting out the bottom piece and before you put the fabric onto the back, you want to cut out a 1/2-inch square on each corner, because when you sew it together, it makes it easier when you don't have to sew it all the way down to the corner, because it's a pain to get it under the foot of the sewing machine. Okay, so now what you're going to do is on the side pages, you're going to take some sort of sharp object and you're going to poke a hole through the fabric and the paper big enough to fit your grommet through. Okay, next you're going to take the grommet and you're going to put one on each side, and then using the grommet tool that usually comes with the grommets when you buy them, you're going to put it like that. And that part on top, of course without the key ring in there, and then you're just going to hammer it down until all the little metal pieces are pushed down and it doesn't come off, and then you're just going to slide the key ring in over it. Okay, so now we're going to start sewing the whole bag together, and the first thing you want to do is sew all of the pages to the bottom. and you're going to make sure that you're leaving that 1/2 inch square right in the corner. And then once you have all of the pages sewed to the bottom, you can start sewing up the sides. And then you just want to do the same thing with all the other sides. Okay, so once you've got the whole thing sewn together, you're going to add the key rings and the handle. And I got this handle at Joann Fabrics, and they're pretty sturdy and they work really well, and they have them in a bunch of different colors. So you're just going to attach those like that. And then you are all finished and you're all set to go with your new magazine purse.